Within about a minute of going live with the PlungeBox video yesterday, something just happened to show up. In that video, I mentioned that SaunaBox was coming out with their very own chiller, and guys, it's here. And here we have it, it's all boxed up. We are gonna do a quick unboxing of this. I wanna show you guys exactly what this brand new chiller from SaunaBox looks like. All right, so let's crack it open. All right, let's open this up for the very first time. Ah, nice. So I can see right away it has some quick connect. That is a really cool feature. So 2 hoses there. Looks like we got some tape and little connectors right there. All right, now time for the big reveal. Let's take this plastic off. Oh yeah, that is cool. So let's do a quick rundown of this. This has built-in Bluetooth, so you can control it remotely. It also has ozone for filtration and destroying kind of bacteria. The footprint overall is actually pretty small. Let's see, so it's about 16 inches there, 12 inches there, and then it's about 14 inches tall. Right here on back, of course, we have the exhaust fan, then we have the 2 quick connect lines right there. And that's pretty much it. I mean, this thing's pretty basic, but for an all-in-one, man, this is probably the smallest one that I've actually seen. All right, so we got it plugged in, and I was kind of going through the instruction manual, just kind of looking at some of the basic things. And one of the things that you guys are gonna want is right here, up there in the top, the Smart Life app. Basically, you just kind of turn it on, and once it turns on, it shows you the instructions on how to actually set that. So, you know, it's saying hold this for a few seconds. So it's kind of blinking like that. Go in the Smart Life app. Let's see, so yeah, automatically showed a chiller. And now it's actually adding the chiller automatically. That was incredibly easy. And as you can see here, you can set the temperature, turn it on and off. I imagine you could probably set up a schedule in here. I'd have to kind of look at that. Really neat. So you can do this all remotely. Now you might be asking, what is this button right there? So unfortunately, guys, that is the ozone, which is really good because that's gonna help keep your water really clean. But you actually have to press that button manually. So if you wanna run ozone, you have to push that manually. They say to run it for about an hour or so, you know, once or twice a day, and that's gonna clean the water, and then you have to actually turn it off. So that's kind of a downside, but again, you don't want ozone running all the time, so that's not unusual. It'd just be kind of nice if you could actually set that up, you know, in the app to run ozone, say like at night or something like that when you're not using the cold plunge. So I think at this point, what we need to do is we need to actually take this and hook it up to the PlungeBox Pro that we have out back. Hook it up and let's see how long this thing actually takes to cool down. Now I'm out back, I got my hoses right here. Let's go ahead and get the chiller connected to the PlungeBox. Here's the first thing you wanna do. We have these 2 connectors right here. We got a little bit of plumber's tape, so we're just gonna wrap the threads right there and then screw it into these 2 outlet ports. Now these quick connects are really, really cool. Put it all the way up here and you slide it on like that. And then all you have to do is cinch back on this and it locks it right into place. And so you don't have to worry about like threading it, anything like that. And boom, it's done. It does have these locking pins right here. And basically you stick those pins right in these tiny little holes right there, just so this won't come out. But I mean, it's on there pretty dang good. And so I'm just gonna leave it because I know that nobody's gonna mess with it. Of course, once you're done with that, you come over here and then you wanna match up the right hoses. You know, the outlet there is actually gonna be the inlet on this side. So you just come over here, put that on. And then of course we come up here and we do the top one as well. Guys, this thing is connected. That was like incredibly fast. I love that. Before we go turning this on, you definitely want to open up these valves right here. Okay, go ahead and turn this thing on. Oh, and right away you can see water starting to come through there. Once you see that the water is flowing, okay, and I actually had the chiller already turned on and actually started at 70, and this was just a couple of minutes ago, so that's pretty cool. But you come over to your Smart Life app on your phone, you just click on that, and then you can turn it on and off, you can set the temperature, and do all those things from here. Now, if you want to set up like what they call a scene, it's down here at the bottom, and you create a scene, and from there, as you can see, you can set up a schedule and a lot of other different variations as far as like when this thing actually runs. And so that's pretty neat. If you want to set this like early in the morning to turn on and then turn off at a certain time, you can definitely do that. I mentioned one of the things that isn't automated is the ozone. So if you come over here and you press this button, what you'll start to notice, you'll actually start to see bubbles coming out of there. And so you can clearly see that the ozone's working. And so this would be something that you run for about an hour. If you start noticing that the water's starting to get a little murky, a little ugly. The footprint on here is relatively small, and I just want to show you a comparison. So this is my Warrior Willpower. This is a 1/2 horsepower chiller right here. And if you look right here and then look at the other one, I mean, this one is significantly smaller than the Warrior Willpower. That's quite a bit bigger. And the only difference really is that this has a pre-filter right there. And so I really like that it's going to strain the water. The other one doesn't have that. However, that's just a small trade-off. As far as overall noise of the chiller, it's really not too bad. I have a little app right here. Let's see what it actually reads. So you can see there, it's about 59, 60 decibels. So it's not super loud. And of course you can kind of see the meter right there. It's a little bit on the lower range. So certainly audible, but really not too loud. I've heard some other chillers that have been much louder than this. SaunaBox on their website, they do advertise that this chiller can get down to 35 degrees, which is really, really frosty. I'm going to actually go ahead and set it down to 35. It's like 3 o'clock in the afternoon right now. It's really, really warm. And I'm going to see if it can actually get down to 35, how long that actually takes. And so I'm going to keep you guys posted on that one as well. Now, if you're interested to see how much energy this actually consumes, you can see right here I have it plugged into a smart plug. You can see total consumption right there, and that is just over an hour. So if you do all the math on that, I think I calculated it at 14 cents per kilowatt hour, and I think it came out to about 10 cents an hour or something like that. So I think I have that right, but that just kind of gives you an idea of how much power this is actually drawing and how much it's going to actually add to your monthly bill. I want to show you this quick update. It's been just about 2 hours, just a little bit less than that. It is now reading 53 degrees. It started just over 70, about 71, 72 degrees. So it's doing about 10 degrees every hour or so. It's been about 5 hours now, and as you guys can probably tell, it's getting a little bit dark here, but it finally actually did drop down to 36 degrees. And at this point, the only thing running is the pump, so the chiller is turned off. And I think I have it set so that when it goes up 5 degrees, the compressor comes back on. And of course, we'll just do one final check here with the thermometer. Hopefully we can see this now. So yeah, 36 degrees, and it's freezing. And there you have it. That's your very first look at the all-new chiller from SaunaBox. Now guys, this chiller, it is in pre-order for right now, so that means that you have to put down $250, and they're supposed to ship within, from what I understand, about 4 to 6 weeks. Now, one thing to kind of keep in mind about this chiller is pretty much universal, meaning that you could use this with any other cold plunge, any other portable cold plunge similar to the PlungeBox Pro. It'll hook up to that without any extra plumbing or anything like that. For other cold plunge, you might have to get like an adapter or two, but no big deal. You can definitely use this. Now, if you're interested in getting either the PlungeBox Pro or the chiller or both, you can get 10% off with my promo code that's listed down below. If you haven't watched my video on the PlungeBox Pro that I just put up yesterday, definitely go ahead and watch that one, because this is certainly a very good option if you're looking for a portable cold plunge. But otherwise, guys, if you have any comments or questions, leave those down below. I appreciate you guys watching. I'll see you in the next video.